Hillary Clinton-ass bullshit on Kamala Harris. And I think he's going to look like an asshole. Two reasons why the Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump matchup does not align in the same fashion with Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. One, Hillary Clinton had 30 years of conspiracies, some warranted, some unwarranted, but conspiracy theories built around her name. Okay? Everybody hated her. And the 2016 dynamic was establishment candidate versus anti-establishment. Donald Trump was able to present himself as an anti-establishment candidate, and Hillary Clinton was uncharismatic and very much an establishment candidate at a time when people were just like tired of that and wanted something different, wanted something new. Donald Trump no longer has that anti-establishment bona fide because he was the establishment. He's the president, right? And he's the leader of the Republican Party for 8 years now. People know what it's like when Donald Trump is president. So he doesn't have that like outsider aura any longer. But like I said, Kamala Harris doesn't have the same weaknesses that Hillary Clinton has. Kamala Harris does not have the same weaknesses that Hillary Clinton has because Kamala Harris is not married to Bill Clinton. Kamala Harris did not have 30 years of conspiracies, some warranted, some unwarranted about, you know, maybe even an Epstein connection, shit like that. Like, Kamala Harris didn't have any of that baggage. In many respects, her lack of name recognition and her being like a lesser known entity kind of creates a blank slate for Americans to point to. That's the reason why Republicans are having a hard time grabbing onto what they can hit. And the only thing they can hit is what they can see, which is that Kamala is a woman, she's black, and she's Indian, okay? She's a black Indian woman. That, in and of itself, is the only avenue of attack they have. And that's precisely why they're going to keep being like, she's a DEI candidate, okay? She is a DEI candidate. She doesn't have children. Why isn't she having babies right now? Like, that, in and of itself, like constantly chirping about like how she doesn't have children and how you're fake if you have foster kids or you're fake if you have stepchildren in a country where the divorce rate is like what 55% or some shit. You are the most delusional person on the planet when you're looking at half the country and going, you're fake, you're phony, you don't have real kids, you have no investment in the future of this country. And if you're a woman that hasn't given birth already, you also have no future in this country. Great idea, man. Great idea. Like looking at what's next. Are you going to start talking about how, you know, people are fat and they deserve to die because they're fat? Alienate like the most American thing. Americans are divorced, they have stepchildren, and they're fat. What else? That's the one thing that they haven't addressed yet. Like they're hitting the Monty. They're hitting every high note on like what Americans are like and just being objectively ghoulish towards, you know, largest percentages of the American voter base. That's actually a massive problem for the Republican Party. But like I said, big crowds, big momentum, big movement for Kamala. Kamala momentum is happening. Libs say it's commencing. Sure. But here it is. VP vetting process begun. Shapiro, Josh Shapiro, Pennsylvania. Roy Cooper of North Carolina. Mark Kelly of Arizona, the only senator on this list. And Andy Bashar of Kentucky were asked to submit materials for vetting. I do not see it. Oh, yeah. Quiet. Anyway, Ogles introduced articles against Kamala. Oh, dude, whatever. Who will be the best on that list? We're gonna do it. I will go through them again. I will go through them again, okay? Don't worry. But let's get to the fuck are they doing? Let's get to let's continue on the stories.
Today, the Vice President heads to Milwaukee for a previously scheduled campaign appearance that now takes on a whole lot more importance because it's our first sense of how she'll be as the candidate on the trail. Here in Delaware, there is a sense of bitterness about how this all ended for the president. One senior campaign advisor saying, remember, the president was always in this to defeat Donald Trump and to protect democracy, but that, quote, Democrats on the Hill and donors.
Tana. Tana getting my mojo
Nash is
back.
gnashing his teeth.
So we've talked about Jason's.
Jason.
I know it's very mean to say, but I just really don't know how else to say the pathetic begging he does on TikTok for money. It's
So
just,
pathetic.
it's absolutely.
That's an accurate description.
I mean, right? It's objectively pathetic, and I think he even knows that. So, Tana has a problem with Jason that she's spoken about a few times. That when she turned 18, there was one instance, she says, where he tried to kiss her in a changing room. And there was another instance of him continually trying to get her to have a threesome with him and Trisha. He was like 44 at the time or something, right?
Yeah, and she was 18.
She was 18, yeah.
Bruh.
Like,
That's bad.
And by the way, this is David's best friend, and they were all there, and just nobody gave a fuck. It's pretty nuts.
That's disgusting.
The dressing room thing was actually off camera, and it was just Jason and Tana. They were
Has she not
filming
told
a
that story
video
before?
that day. What's that?
Has she not told that story before?
So
She
they
has.
were in the car, both telling the story in David's car, and Jason was telling the story with Tana in the back seat, like agreeing that it happened.
Let me open
And it
this
was
up.
posted at the time.
But that's the thing, again, why so much went unchecked is because the story was these are all just characters that they're playing. You know, the thing about the threesome, that was an ongoing bit, which is how so much horrible shit was able to continue for so long.
This is Tana's original video about it. Let's see.
At least I'm not Jason Nash.
So she was having a rough day, I guess, and
At least I'm just not Jason Nash.
she said, at least I'm not Jason Nash. And frankly, I mean, true girl, like, he's on TikTok, you know, begging for cowboy hats and shit, and like rockets and all that kind of stuff. Galaxies, God forbid, on a lucky day. I mean, God willing.
Yep, wells.
Wells, oil wells, unicorns.
Team deathmatch.
Thank you for the
Take an
unicorn.
offensive
Wow.
posture. Contact imminent.
Thank you for the roses. She says that. So,
One.
but then this gets
Eliminate
weird.
the opposing
You know,
force.
Alyssa Violet. I don't really know what she's up to now, but she was like dating Jake Paul back in the day, and I guess she got famous from that.
And then FaZe Banks. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
was caught between the whole
yeah.
beef with Jake and
Hostilities
Logan.
have already
Right.
begun. Get
Wow.
moving,
Knows
operator.
how to pick 'em, huh?
What was the story like? She slept with Logan or something?
Yeah, and then Logan made a diss track that's featuring her. And then she went to the FaZe house and made a diss track with Rice.
Logan?
Yeah,
Logan.
she was in Logan's music
She
video.
actually, and I think that actually happened. She was dating Jake,
Confirmed
and then
kill.
she fucked his brother, and they made a diss track about it. Like, actually.
And then she wound up with FaZe Banks, huh?
Yeah.
Which is probably
Billy knows how to pick 'em.
yeah. Well, she has advice for Tana. She thinks Tana shouldn't be calling out Jason Nash. She has a problem with that. And by the way, I was like, is she super young? Like, what's happening? She's 28,
Ratio
so
improving, operator.
get rid of that notion right away.
They all grew up.
They really did. So here's Alyssa Violet defending Jason Nash. I thought this was pretty entertaining. Now deleted.
Like. Okay, I've had enough. I was gonna say something a couple of times ago when Tana started stuff with Tessa, and then she always talks about Jason Nash, and then she talked about this other girl, and I posted on my Snapchat about it because TikTok wouldn't let me post a video for some reason. But regardless, Tana, I know your job, and I know that like you're supposed to be like talking about drama all the time, and that's literally your job on your podcast. But for coming to come for somebody that's literally just trying to make a simple living.
Bro, I can't get over the fact that she describes begging on TikTok as I'm just a good old boy doing simple kind of work here now. Nobody would be calling him pathetic if he was plowing the fields. You know, we'd be like, respect, bro.
Also, he is living a privileged life.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful multi-million-dollar house.
Is, as far as we know, okay. Not just making a simple living.
And he lives in a fucking mansion, bro.
I don't know if he's at risk of losing it because his ass is begging like his mortgage is due.
To defend her a little bit, and I'm Team Tana on God. I'm just saying that from her point of view, like, she moved out here for Jake and he kind of screwed her over. And you know, I feel like maybe she's looking at Jason like in the same way, in that he put everything into David and he got screwed over. So maybe that's part of it, but
I don't think so.
no.
Because Alyssa
Just like
Violet.
why get involved? You're not part, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with the history.
But like defending
forces
Jason
playing
Nash
rough.
begging, I mean,
Focus
what
up
the
and return
fuck?
the favor.
Good old honest work, boy. I tell you what, man. I wake up every morning, 5 a.m., crack of dawn. I fire up the TikTok. Thank you for the roses, man. Thank you for the cowboy hat, sir. Just good old work from you, you know? Just an honest living. Thank you for the sunset, man. Sure do appreciate it. Each rose is 1 penny. It's virtual panhandling. I mean, it's just it is panhandling.
Well, Tana did marry her ex after. I forgot about that.
That shit was all so long ago.
Yeah.
It was just dumb.
I forgot about that too. So weird.
Yeah, that was a weird thing.
Just going live on TikTok, trying to make ends meet. Like, he's a middle-aged man. Like,
She doesn't know that she's actually like dissing him so hard. He's trying to make ends meet.
Yeah. Literally another thing, just to add on to Tana married her ex. This is not like the first time she posted a series or like some videos being like, Tana, stop it. Like a few weeks prior, she had made one being like, Tana, all you do is you're involved in drama. Like that's all you do. And then Tana didn't respond. And I don't know if like maybe she just like has it out and it's like, I want to get messy with Tana.
Yeah.
It seems that she has some kind of grudge.
Yeah, there's something there.
I mean,
But also for Tana, it seems like
Wait.
the thing with Jason is not just that, because
Right.
she also has the background of him trying to kiss her.
Yeah,
So-
she has a personal.
There's like more substance
Vendetta.
to the poking at him.
Yes. Also, oh wait, I'll tell you after we finish the video.
So yeah.
Firm kill.
kids. He has to make money for his kids' school. Like all
You
this
know, he could let's see, get a fucking job.
Except
Yeah.
remember what he said about working at Lululemon?
What did he say?
He said it would be so embarrassing for him to get a
not
job at
more than what he
Lululemon.
does.
I mean,
Maybe for once he can find a job where it's not all young people.
Yeah, why the
yeah, why
fuck
Lululemon?
I
Yeah,
think
why
like good
Lululemon
looking,
of all
fit
places?
young people.
That's the
advantage.
last place he needs to be working. Like, holy
Work there.
shit. What? They're not looking to hire weird middle-aged men to work there. I doubt that's their goal.
Noted and warranted.
Not everybody can post a butthole picture on.
Why are you so bitter?
Trying for
$20, okay, that's like
Also, Tana makes a good point. She's
yeah,
so
not
mean, bro.
everybody can do it, girl.
Yep.
Giggling, her friend and her, just like selling your butthole. Also, by the way, that she doesn't.
She doesn't show butthole?
No.
Does she? Does she?
I don't know what's on her.
All I know is on the
OnlyFans.
podcast when they responded to this, she said, I don't show my butthole, first of all.
Yeah.
But also, if she did, who fucking cares?
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
cares?
like,
Wrapping up. Hostiles are facing
It's
a
so
major
embarrassing
defeat.
to be making fun of that. In
Or to shame her
2024.
for it in a video where you're telling her to stop shaming someone.
Like half of the world is on OnlyFans.
true at this point. Like the housewives are all in OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There's this one girl from Miami, Housewives, who's like huge. Oh, she's,
Oh, it's
no, she's
Miami. Miami,
Yeah.
you're right.
And she's just got like a huge fake ass and huge
Yeah.
fake boobs. And she does apparently monster numbers on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And she's like mega rich now, which is funny because a lot of those girls aren't on the Housewives. Oh, the Miami ones are all pretty rich, I feel like. Anyway.
unheard of, and
no,
that's great that you do that. That's awesome. Cool. Like, I'm not shaming you for that.
Doesn't
That's
sound
great.
like it.
It's just not everyone can do that. So what we're not gonna do, what's not cool in 2024, is shaming people for going live for making a couple of extra dollars.
Here's the thing. In the year 2024, I believe that sometimes we can shame people. I feel that is the. I think we can't speak in absolutes. You know, when Jason Nash. Never speak in absolute. Never. Exactly. I believe that you're wrong. I do think some people can and should be shamed. I do.
I feel like when it's not that serious too, then it's like whatever.
Also,
like,
he's a big boy. He can handle it.
yeah.
you know. Even though he preys on little girls, he is a big boy. Little play on words. Thank you.
To provide for their kids, okay? And I know your BFFs
I love you providing for your
Trisha,
kids,
and you're
like,
on that
bullshit.
side, but it's like, what's not cool is to shame, okay? Let's grow up. You have a
Didn't
big
you just
girl
shame her for
podcast.
showing her butthole? Like, shut up. You're like, you're so stupid. Why are you doing this? I think she's mad that Tana's crushing it on OnlyFans.
Well, I think so too, because
just on
Tana said in the
OnlyFans.
podcast episode, Alyssa had asked her at parties before if she should do OnlyFans.
Oh
so
my
bad.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's hard not to be jealous when, like, someone who you consider, like, your contemporary or someone who's parallel to you, Tana's making, like, tens of millions of dollars. You know, she's
on
bitter
top
about
of the
it.
world.
She's bitter about it.
And she's stayed relevant since she was like 19.
Yeah.
Even before then.
Right?
She's actually doing great right now, Tana.
I mean, Tana, unlike a lot of these Team 10 fucking characters, does seem, no, not does, she is very talented and very funny. She's a very good entertainer, you know.
Let's wear some big girl pants. You have some people looking up to you, so you have to be a good example. It's like, when did shaming become okay?
You
Like,
just shamed her.
That's so weird.
oh my God, at least my life's not Jason Nash, like, going live every day. Like, he's trying to make money.
This is
So you
bananas.
have
So
your
do
job, you have
people
your
on
podcast, right?
OnlyFans.
And you have OnlyFans, and you post naked pictures to make money, correct? Yes. So then he goes on live to also make money. I'm in the In-N-Out parking lot, by the way. I'm starving. I'm hungover.
Oh, cute.
But
In and
so
out
he goes
parking
on
lot,
TikTok
anyone?
live to make money. It's so he's being shamed because he doesn't want to. I'm just like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
He's just being
They
goofed
just-
on.
Shaming's not okay
This is,
in any sense. So it's like, let's fucking grow up.
this video is insufferable. I just
Yeah.
think it's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
She's talking like she's a doctor or something.
Team
Like people
deathmatch.
first heard out, you know, they heard
Lethal
about you
force
from the whole Jake and Logan thing. Like, who are you
It's
to
just
judge?
like, it's really not that serious, and why get involved over that? It just seems like so much
It's personal.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
interrogate
Guess
anybody.
where she was photographed, by the way, that weekend?
In and out.
Who, Alyssa?
Well, that's a good
Where?
guess.
Where?
David's house.
And there it is.
Ew. Oh, so that's why Tana, I'm sorry to say something like, you're doing this just so you can swim in David's pool or something.
Tana's fucking, she's funny.
She's brutal.
She's funny.
Her response to her was nuts, like in a good way. Like she popped the fuck off.
And she called David Black Hat Giggle Boy.
Black
Wait, what?
Hat Giggle
She
Boy?
called David Dobrik Black Hat Giggle Boy.
Oh, because I get it.
Got it.
Black Hat Giggle Boy. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. She says Tana should not be, yeah, we saw that. Alyssa posted the stage TikTok of Tana making fun of Jason's. So yeah, the comments were all siding with Tana, obviously. She deleted it. Fans of Tana were quick to point out that Alyssa is not being mindful of how a 44-year-old Jason Nash tried to make out with a 18-year-old Hannah Mojo. Do we have? Oh, here it is. Thank you. This is exactly what I want to see. Here's the video where this all came to light, and they're joking about it together.
We had a bit of an awkward moment. We went into the dressing room. First of all,
Oh, yeah,
last
I
night, Big
remember
Nick
this.
was like, dude, she wants to, dude. This is what happened. Tana called me, and I was like, do you want to do a thing? And I was like, yeah. I was like,
His voice is annoying now.
We had a bit of an awkward moment. We went into the dressing room. First of all, last night, Big Nick was like, dude, she wants to, dude. This is what happened. Tana.
Did he just do like a little person invitation about Big Nick?
I think he was doing Big Nick's voice.
To the dressing room. First of all, last night, Big Nick was like, dude, she wants to, dude.
I see what you're saying.
Did he do a little
I
person?
know what you're saying now.
I guess.
Like a sped up voice.
Oh, can you believe it? This is the milk that we're drinking.
Yeah, I think you might be right, to be honest.
This shit is nuts, dude. Holy smokes.
This is what happened. Tana called me, and I was like, do you want to do a thing? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I think she's great. Right. And my first pitch was, great, let's
Put
do
your
like
tongue
that
away.
makeover.
Why is his tongue always hanging out of his mouth?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know
bugs
it.
me the most.
I know it.
Like ever since it's been pointed out to me, the dude is just like a dog.
He's Black Hat Giggle Tongue Boy.
And then she goes, let's go on a date.
But I said like a vlog date, like where we pretend to go on a date for clickbait.
Fair enough. I'm old and I don't know anything.
So Tana goes, oh, I thought we were just doing clickbait where we go into the dressing room.
Okay.
Except when they were in the dressing room, outside the camera's view, tried to kiss her.
Think about you too.
There's nothing wrong in hanging out with us just to collab.
Oh no, I wanted views too.
That's why Jason hangs out with me.
Then we go try the clothes on, and she comes in the dressing room with me. The woman goes, do you guys want to go into the dressing room together? And Tana goes, yes.
No, I did not.
Yes.
I asked her like, do you care?
You're trying to sleep with Jason?
No.
Both of our cameras are off, and I go, all right, well, let's go. And then she takes like a really long time to leave the dressing room.
I was like putting both my phones in my pocket, plugging one into the portable charger, like.
In my mind, I was like, if I don't try something, it's gonna eat me alive.
That is not, like, I need to have sex with this 18-year-old so bad.
Ew.
As a side note, her in the back seat just makes us creepier for some reason.
Because back then it was like, I mean, it really shows how little fuck they care.
Yeah.
She sounds like a child too. And
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was her at first.
She's in a car seat. Okay.
I mean, people didn't, it's kind of crazy. This wasn't that long ago. I mean, a few years, several years, but like, people were not as aware.
Yeah.
Well, that's how he got away with it. That's what I'm saying. It was always like,
Yeah.
that's the character. Dom is the creep. This person is this. Like, that's how it got away with it.
Jason Nash is the creep. David Dobrik's the creep.
Dom is the creep.
They all just kind of
Big Nick the creep.
Well, that's like him being the like sex fiend or whatever. Dom, like, that was always his character. So when they said he's doing a 5-sum, the audience is like, oh, he's doing the character, and then you find out years later that it's.
But it's sounding like
Actually,
that was just
raping.
also Jason Nash's character. Also.
Yeah.
So horrible.
Well, I think it was that they, yeah. It was supposed to be like Tana was the whatever, yeah.
Anyway, let's do this.
What did you do?
I leaned in for a kiss.
He pecked my mouth. I was so confused.
I literally like maybe you touched a lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do I side with? Jason, what's wrong with you? That's who I side with.
Missions in
I would be very
You
worried.
picked the right side.
Yeah, at least that.
But if I was him, I'd be like, very funny. Can we have a talk over here for a second?
Can we huddle?
Yeah.
Jason?
You did what? So again, it's turning out that Tana, being a young girl in this industry, was just getting
Take no prisoners, Agent.
fucked around by all these dudes, Cody Ko and Jason Nash. Jason Nash is even older, a lot older.
Yeah.
A lot older.
Yeah.
It is pretty epic though that Tana's coming back now, like fucking Kill Bill, like
I'm so
call all
happy
these
for
people
her.
out, which is awesome because prior to this, like girls had to deal with the shit and they had, you know, traditional media or whatever it is had no voice for themselves. So it is pretty awesome that she's able to call them out and has a platform to do it.
26-year difference.
She's finally like an adult now.
Yeah.
Where before she was a kid. So now looking back at all this stuff, she's got like a new context to everything.
Also, like a few weeks ago when the Cody stuff came out for the first time and people were like downplaying it and a lot of people were saying like, he just had a kid and it's just Tana. She was talking about how like, it hurts me because it makes me think about all of the girls who like look up to me and they see that this is the response. And it makes me so happy that now she's getting the response that she deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's happening.
People are saying that in that time she had just turned 18.
Yeah, she said like 2 weeks freshly 18.
So, oh my God. So he was really like waiting for her to turn 18. Because in his mind, he's like, if I didn't take this opportunity, I would kick myself. So clearly it's something he's been thinking about a lot.
Such a weird comment.
Whoa. So they've been recording for a while at that point, right? She must have been 17.
Yeah.
So she was 17 when they were working together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recording together for a
What it
long
sounds
time.
like.
Yeah. And he's
That
like,
sounds a little bit
waiting.
I'm not gonna say the word, but that sounds like the G word, you know?
The G word?
Whatever. I guess some people could call that grooming.
You could say grooming, no?
But I mean, just being with an underage kid for a long time, and then when they turn 18, directly wanting to kiss them is extremely
Yeah.
grooming.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the relationship to
exactly,
say it
but
one way or the other.
that's
But
why
I mean, either way.
It is wholly
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, either way, however you cut it.
I mean, in a way, like I don't want to overuse the word grooming, but even the way that you described how they were all these characters.
Yeah.
So it kind of like makes you already be like accepting of these crazy scenarios
Right.
because they're all characters. It's kind of like
He definitely
grooming,
was taking advantage of that.
grooming the audience too.
Yeah. No, 100%.
What the fuck? Oh my God, he's been doing this since. What is this? The Gold Rush? Gee willikers, man.
That's honest work.
That's just honest work. I'm out here on the field, boy. You know?
This is how America was made.
The world needs oil. The world runs on oil. So Tana responds to Alyssa, and she absolutely bodied her. It's quite. Oh wait, did we finish the one of him trying to mac her? And
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah. So here is Tana finally responding. I'll show you a bit of it.
Talk about Jason Nash, okay? And I have done everything in my power to never have a serious, like real serious conversation about Jason Nash, right? Trisha and I have dabbled, okay? Here's the thing. For everything Jason Nash has done, he is lucky that the main focus is his problem with panhandling for those cowboy
That
hats,
is
okay?
so good. That is so good. That is so good. By the way, the Tana Trisha alliance is powerful.
It is. It is.
It's crazy.
Love. Back the other day for the very first time ever, like ever in my life, and watched these videos of Jason and I when I've been 18 for a week, right? And he's trying to kiss me. And again, I also lived that. Like, I will never forget being in that dressing room with Jason Nash and he's trying to kiss me and I'm like, what the fuck has my life come to, right? This is not what I signed up for the vlogs, Mr. fucking black hat giggle guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, on top of that, just the way he was to Trisha, I don't have to sit here and go in on that at bullet point list. Either you know when you care, or you don't know and you don't care. Right?
I think she personally, honestly, doesn't even want to be tied to him ever again. So let's
and
just
100% understandably so. It's just when you go back and you see all of that content that lives forever, it's disgusting. Therefore, now watching him. You know, Oscar said this on Trisha's podcast. He made a lot of money through David Dobrik and blew so much of it on narcissistic passion projects like short films and comedy shows, central fucking shows, whatever. And seeing the trajectory of his career and financial state turn into panhandling on live is hilarious. And for
it is objectively.
Alyssa had the fucking gall and wherewithal to say, like, he's just trying to make an honest living.
So
no,
good.
an honest living is getting a normal job. It's not, there's no shame in having a normal job. Who cares if you were once a very successful influencer? You can get a normal job.
And if you think, he said, and I quote on a podcast with Zach Justice, he said, working at Lululemon would be more embarrassing, essentially. I'm so sorry. I would rather see you sell Align leggings every single time than whatever the fuck that gal is.
To be honest, I think maybe not. Maybe not at Lululemon.
I think maybe the Gap,
Yeah,
maybe Dickies.
Not Lululemon.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
See bullshit.
We hate that.
Okay, it just and how what shade to like somebody who works at Lululemon, like that's so embarrassing.
Like you're above them.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
speaking like you're above other people.
Yeah,
and it's like, so where is this humble? Like, I don't care if I have to be the one. It's fucking hilarious. Every single time I've opened the TikTok app for the last 6 months, 4 finger movements, and he's there with the cowboy hat, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen your kids grow? Like, have you know what I mean? It's fucking hilarious, and you will not convince me otherwise.
And I mean, there's something to be said about the fact that he still lives in like a nice.
Ooh, look what they did. I like this shot where they have the open door. The sliding doors, you can see they're on a rail and they slid open. Nice. That's pretty nice. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Very interesting. I love their setup. Ugh. I need this couch. I need this show.
I wonder, does their lighting change over time? Because it's like actually
on Zone B.
outdoor lighting.
They are lit. Sometimes, sometimes it gets dark.
Zone C.
Usually they start with like the sun. Sometimes it's just like so bright on their faces.
I love this format though. It's so good.
Same.
It's so simple and good.
The girlies with their feet.
Convince me otherwise.
And I mean, there's something to be said about the fact that he still lives in like a nice house in
They're always in
Hollywood.
like pajamas too, like the comfiest clothing that they have.
But he has a very nice lifestyle. I just saw him front row at the Noah Khan concert. Like, he's doing just fine,
Yeah.
okay? At the expense of all these like little fucking 10-year-old kids who are using their mom's money to buy him a cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His lavish lifestyle isn't sad. So if that's how he's making the money, I'm gonna make fun of it. Okay? Like,
Yeah, in a light-hearted way too. It's not like you came
it's
on
not
and
that
you just like
serious.
ripped him apart.
I didn't come on and
Not
say
at
he tried to
all.
assault me in a dressing room when I was 18.
It was.
He was
you could have.
74. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, if that's all I'm saying, I think he's getting off pretty scot-free. You know what I mean? Here's the thing, as well. If I thought Alyssa Violet was a tree-hugging, peacekeeping, Bible-thumping, fucking kind woman who really just cared about the best interest of other people, it wouldn't enrage me as much as it does. Here's the thing. You want to use David Dobrik's pool, and I mean that with my whole fucking chest.
What's wrong with Marshmallow's pool? Is he gone? I'm wondering.
What? I don't. Was she dating Marshmallow?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not following the.
Thought it couldn't get more cringe than Jake Paul.
Marshmallow.
I
think they were friends with him.
They roll with Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Got it.
Did he ever show his face? Maybe it's Jason Nash.
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
I'll call him. And don't even allow me to comment on that. You want to use David's pool or kick it with David and Natalie, and that's your side, okay? And like Moses said, it's like you drank the Kool-Aid, dude. Like I side with Jeff, and you know that. So we already have
They do shows together. She's definitely talking about your biological brother, Moses.
Oh God.
Hackman.
Are we sure?
We secured the zone.
The prophet.
What other Moses is there?
The prophet. I could be the prophet.
He's the only
Oh, the
Moses.
prophet. Yeah. You commented on the Jason.
What was his great insight about it?
And like Moses said, it's like you drank the Kool-Aid.
And like Moses said, let my people free.
Let my people go.
Let my people go.
Dude, like I side with Jeff, and you know that. So we already have an opposing side there, right? Like I side with Jeff in the whole David situation, already right there, okay? Then we make a podcast mentioning one of her best friends, Tessa Brooks, and an altercation that happens. Listen, I will say Tessa Brooks can live, okay? Like I want to bury it.
You keep going.
And now
That was a cut.
you feel the need to defend Jason because you're drinking that Kool-Aid, and Tessa because you're dying on that hill, and you come online.
No, it was. No, she's not defending. She used it. She saw the opportunity, and she said, "Oh my God, this is enough of a reason to do something that she already wanted to do, which was make a video slandering."
This is getting a little too in the,
I'm not
the weeds
following
for me,
anymore.
but you get the idea.
Hostiles taking
So I think Jason Reckoning is right around the corner. It sounds like. Which is weird because everybody's known about it forever, but maybe it starts to resonate for some reason.
Finally.
Friendly forces securing A. Allies securing Zone B.
Today, we will be discussing Brooke Schofield versus Clinton Kane. And you can see that I put versus Clinton Kane in super tiny font because this is Brooke's story, okay? Clinton, he weighs in. I give what he says the time of day. But this is Brooke's story, and we know we're on Team Brooke.
You SCO, girl.
You SCO, girl. That's what I always say. That's what they always say.
Press the advantage.
Okay, so next slide. These are our players. This is Brooke Schofield. That's Clinton Kane. That's Tana Mojo. That's Zach Sang.
What do you sing?
The song.
Zach Sang song.
Oh.
So this is Brooke Schofield. We've talked about her before. She's the co-host of the Canceled podcast with Tana Mojo. Previous drama, we've talked about her on the show. We did a PowerPoint about Matt Rife. She dated him briefly after she dated Clinton Kane, and he was dating a bunch of other girls at the same time. He was treating her super fucked up. And then Brooke and all the other girls that he was dating at the same time got together at her live show for Canceled. They took a cute photo. She rocks. It's awesome. T for real T.
Can you jog my memory on what was said about
Matt Rife, literally F you. Like, what the F is wrong with you, bud?
That is the name of the PowerPoint.
Next slide. God, look at his face. He's so plastic surgeryed up.
Literally.
Yeah.
Wait, do we show the... Oh, we read it.
Bro looks like...
Really see it.
Mission accomplished.
He looks like that. Jesus, man. And I guess, you know, whatever. Plastic surgery, God bless. Do what you need to. Does he deny that he has plastic surgery, though? Or is he...
Yes.
He does deny it.
He says he's only had his teeth done.
Bro, stop.
There was a plastic surgeon who made a video saying that he gave someone like the best chin plant in Hollywood, and then he immediately got canceled, and people were speculating it was Matt. And supposedly Matt responded to that.
He did.
Yeah, he commented. That was so embarrassing for him.
He left a comment being like, I'm pretty sure that revealing a patient's info is illegal, doc. And I was like, he did not say your name. You're the idiot that volunteered that.
He thinks that he has the nicest chin in Hollywood, so everyone will know it's him.
Although, to be fair, as a doctor, that is definitely out of pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is super unethical.
Especially if he's like a Hollywood doctor, who's gonna want to go to him?
Dude, you're a doctor, man. That's like...
You violated his HIPAA rights.
What's next? You gonna start stripping for us in the conference room? I mean, come on, man. Get your shit together. You're a doctor. Act like it. We expect our doctors to be pure professionals. I don't like when they try to get silly and they're like, you want some fucking teeth? Like, our doctors need to be all business.
Yeah, I agree. Do not, like, I don't want my doctor making jokes.
No, fuck no.
Small talk, no.
What about your dentist?
Or TikTok. I don't want doctor TikToks.
Except for Dr. Ids, right?
Right.
Well,
Our resident TikTok doctor.
Your guy who is on TikTok that you love?
Listen, he presents himself in a professional manner. He's serious. He does it he speaks as a doctor.
Right.
Okay? He's not out there being like, shout out to the fat fuck who I was observing their diet. Shout out to that big fatty. It's like, no.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
That'd be crazy to write.
Damn. If I were as hot as Matt Rife thought,
He's not that hot.
My life would be so much better, I feel like.
I don't understand this whole thing where it's like, oh, everyone just likes him because he's hot. It's like, this guy?
You know, he made that narrative. He's a handsome guy, but he did make that
handsome.
his thing.
Yeah.
He's handsome, but like his face
This picture is not great.
is not everything.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
But
For
anyway.
a guy who talks about how he gives everything, he's not really giving everything.
And again, we love everyone how they look. We love looks. We love looks of all types. And but again, he's the guy that goes, "I'm Mr. Handsome." He's even said shit unironically for him, be like, you know, as a handsome dude, people think that it's so easy to do comedy for me. I was like, bitch, what the fuck did you just say? Like, there's nothing funnier than being like, I'm handsome, like unironically. That's just corny. You know, if you're actually good looking, just ignore that shit, bro. You don't bring it up, you know, just be happy.
Yeah.
And don't pretend like it's a downfall. That's so embarrassing. Use your pretty privilege if you have it, and you clearly think you do.
Embarrassing is the best word to describe Matt Rife.
Yeah.
And it's incredible, the arc, because I went from apathetic to basically maybe even almost liking him, thinking like he's pretty talented, to being like, this is the most embarrassing man in Hollywood. If you could even say he's in Hollywood, I don't know. But anyway, let's go.
Okay. So, if you go back, I'll just explain really quickly who everybody is. We know Matt Rife. Brooke Schofield is Tana's best friend and podcast co-host. We know who Tana Mojo is. Next.
Real quick, is Brooke the one we saw at the restaurant that one time?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yes. We also met Brooke and Tana at the Streamies.
Oh, okay, right.
Did I meet Brooke?
Yes, you did.
Oh, is she? So she's a friend of the show.
Yeah. I mean, we got sliders for a second.
Oh, we had a slide. You guys shared a slider moment?
Yeah, well, you and Tanner were talking. We just got
Hi, Brooke. Love you, girl.
Love you, girl. We're on your side.
Oh, big time on your
Always.
side. All day.
And I don't watch their podcast a lot, but she's like this super nice,
Oh, I've watched. Yeah, everyone.
incredibly nice.
Super kind.
Yeah.
Grants people a lot of grace.
What's her deal? What should be at the podcast with Canada? Is she a comedian? Is she?
She's hilarious.
She's funny.
Yeah.
Just to make it even worse, she's this
Yeah, she
super
rocks.
nice person.
How did they end up together? Do we know?
Like Hannah and Brooke?
Yeah.
Oh, that story is. I don't know how they met. They were like through friends, but Tana dropped a story time on her like
Okay.
years ago when they had like a little fight where they both were interested in the same guy. They like hooked up with the same guy, and people found her. I remember watching it and like I was curious, so I was like, who is it? But they found her, and yeah, and then they became besties again, and everybody like knows that story, the origin story.
This is the most obnoxious photo. Like, look at his face. I can't stop. But bro, chill. What the fuck, man? Anyway, go on.
Okay, so a quick brief about Matt Rife in case anybody in the audience doesn't know. He's the worst. He came out with a comedy special last week. In it, he made fun of domestic violence survivors. Then, on top of that, he posted on his Instagram story saying, if you were offended by that, click this link, and it linked to special needs helmets. So then he beefed with a 6-year-old and told the 6-year-old that his mom, who does not have an OnlyFans, which there's nothing wrong with that, but he was like, your mom only makes money from OnlyFans. So
Well, the fact that she doesn't makes it even like more like, what the fuck, bro?
Weird.
Like, all women have OnlyFans who are successful online. Is that, like, it's just weird. This beefing with the 8-year-old shit is nuts. Or 6-year-old, sorry, 6. The 6-year-old, by the way, we've talked about this on the show. The 6-year-old was right.
Yeah.
Saturn is the planet with rings. You can't go back and be like, oh yeah, well, Jupiter also has rings. Yeah, so fucking what? It's not the ring planet. You know, it's not. The kid's right, dude. You used the wrong planet, bitch. You could probably say any planet has a ring. I mean, Earth probably has a ring of asteroids. We're calling it a ringed planet. Does Earth have a ring? Google that shit. I bet it does.
It doesn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you Google it?
No.
Okay, you're right. So let me.
It has probably an artificial ring satellite. Maybe you could really want to stretch the definition.
Here it is. This just is my first thing from NASA.gov. Maybe you've heard of them. Saturn is a funny-looking planet. True, it's not the only planet with rings. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune have rings too. But Saturn's rings are the biggest and brightest. So if you're making a joke about rings, hello.
It's right there. Saturn's right there.
Earth to Matt. Dumbass.
The kid had a point.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
A great point.
He made many points.
Also, the kid, he has like a hobby. He's into astronomy and stuff. So like,
You can trust him.
yeah, dude, kids know all that shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's had a rough past few weeks. A big douche.
So, speaking of, the Canceled podcast last week talked about his cancellation.
Dude, that thumbnail's so good. It looks like he's there. That's awesome.
And so they were talking about his cancellation, and they got a little bit of heat because they were kind of defending him. They were like, we know him in real life. They weren't going as hard as the internet wanted, and so they got a lot of flack for that. And so, thus, brought about Brooke telling the story of her relationship with Matt Rife.
Okay.
Because she didn't want, Tana especially was like, I don't want anyone to think that I'm a Matt Rife apologist because I fucking hate him because he sucks. And he was the worst to my best friend. So like, yeah, this episode was big. Everybody go leave like love for them. Slay.
Okay.
So, Brooke reveals. She'd been talking about on the podcast, they have like names, code names for guys that they're seeing or friends that they have. And so his name was Mr. DC. I have to go back and watch it now knowing who it is. But
Mr. DC, do we know?
yes, he would always say like, we're gonna run away to DC together. Like that was his thing.
DC.
Yeah, I don't know. But so the way it went down was they were together at the beginning of last year. It wasn't, no, stay there. It wasn't serious, they weren't a boyfriend-girlfriend, but apparently Brooke says that he did not want her seeing other people, so it was more than just hooking up, but they weren't exclusive. Brooke would travel for his shows. She would like go across the country to see him. And then once he was done with tour, she explained that he came home and like he wasn't really hitting her up. He wasn't as like into it. And she just felt like a little bit embarrassed by that. And so she stuck up for herself and she was like, hey, you're not giving me enough attention. Like it's not really fair. And he politely told her like, I'm too busy right now. And that's how their relationship had ended.
So they were a couple.
Yes.
They were dating.
Yeah.
Comes back.
He doesn't have time for her when he comes back.
He's barely talking to her.
Right.
Or not enough.
Yeah.
To be in a relationship.
And they're neighbors. So he kind of easily.
That's really awkward.
Yeah.
But then you said he politely tells her.
Yes, she does say that she felt good about it.
Okay, which is fair. It's like, sorry, I'm so busy, you know. And that's fair. Okay, so moving on. That seems fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So the too busy is a yellow flag, but we found out it's a red flag because after they broke up, he got a girlfriend, so he was not too busy. Next.
Well, hold on. I'm past that.
Well, he said I don't have any time to dedicate to a girl, and then he did. Like right after.
He started dating someone?
Yeah, he's with someone right now.
Same person?
Yeah, he's been with the same person since, well, we don't know. I don't want to get there yet. But
what was
he started dating this girl very soon after Brooke and very soon after other girls too. I think, I don't want to give a definite, maybe like a month, 2.
A month?
Yeah.
Things can clear up in a month or 2.
Things could.
You know.
It's true.
I'm just trying, I'm trying to give everyone.
But he wanted to run away to DC.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
I don't think they're running away to DC.
I don't think they're running away to DC.
Nobody runs away to DC. Everyone runs away. Nobody wants to be there. Everyone's running away.
From Congress.
What's he planning on doing? Storming fucking Congress?
Yeah, you freak.
Running to DC? Jesus, man. Background check.
Literally. So, Exhibit B.
Okay.
This is the craziest thing I have ever heard. So, there's this podcast. It has since been like totally taken off the internet.
You couldn't find a clip?
No. He like completely wiped it after people obviously got mad at him for saying this. He went on Stiff Socks podcast. And he was asked this is just the first offense, not even that bad. He was asked, what's your type? He was
I saw that. Hold on. We got to be able to find that clip.
It's wiped. I really did look.
This is the internet. I saw it. It was making its rounds. It's got to be on TikTok or Instagram Reels or something like that. Those are hard to enforce. Maybe AB and
someone look for that.
Yeah, look for
I'll
that.
explain
But go ahead.
what happened. So they were dating at the time that he went on this podcast. They were together the night before. He's asked, what's your type? It's totally fine. He says, fake tits and blonde hair, which Brooke is like, I thought that was weird just because I have brown hair and like I don't have fake tits, but like it's just, she said, you know what? That's okay. Then he goes on to articulate that a vagina that makes him feel disgusted, and he explained pretty much her anatomy, which is like 90% of girls have.
He said this.
Yeah.
He said, girls with outie vaginas are disgusting.
What?
He was like really super mean about it.
They look like God left the tag on them.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Oh my God.
So anyway, it was really gross and
so
horrific.
upsetting.
So yeah, Brooke
like
describes
super misogynistic, like really nasty.
You fucking imagine?
It's actually it's not even. It's like mega misogyny. It's like gross,
That's
bro.
disgusting.
And has this dude ever been with a girl? I feel like it's one of like the most common insecurities from girls. Is like, sorry.
Well, especially because in like porn videos, everybody's got their stuff all pretty because there's surgeries you can do.
Apparently, dude, that blows my mind. There's surgeries, I guess, that porn stars do where they remove the
so it makes
extra skin.
people with natural stuff
Domination.
We
feel,
found
This
it.
scenario
feel
is
very
kinetic.
insecure.
Plan accordingly.
We found it though. So here he is. He's really vile when you talk in here. See?
1.
Like, yo, that's pretty close. Yeah, they were supposed to fuck you with thumb wrestle. Like, I don't know.
I mean, both, honestly.
I don't love a giant clip. I don't want.
Now bro, you gotta stop. He's talking about giant clips. Make him disgusted too. Like, bro, just go fuck dudes then. I don't know you, man. You guys were saying, has a clip? Should we watch hers? I don't think
it was just somebody in chat when you were looking where to find it.
If he tries to remove it, I'm game. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, Brooke was saying that he's like he gets it wiped.
Matt, please come. You know what I mean? Come for me. I love that shit. That's what I live for. So I'm gonna watch the fucking clip, and you're not gonna do shit about it, bitch. Dumbass.
That's a clip. I'm like, yo, that's pretty close.
Yeah, they were not supposed to fuck you with thumb wrestle. Like, I don't know.
I mean, both, honestly.
What the hell?
I don't love a giant clip. I don't want to look down and feel like there's like God left a tag on you. I just don't want your pussy to look like the gum from Sausage Party. You know what I mean? You know?
Allies are capturing Zone A.
Dude.
That's disgusting.
To say that on camera,
Zone B.
it's not funny. It's just super mean.
It's so mean. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really gross.
Secure the zone.
Oh, okay, girl. Go off. We love you.
Capture zone contested. Be
So,
advised,
and then
Zone A
she,
in danger.
Brooke, that's her name?
Yeah.
She said, bravely, she admit, I'm sure it's embarrassing to talk about her, but she said, I have an Audi.
Queen, wear it proudly. Your beauty.
But can you imagine that? Like, they were together the night before, and then he goes, I hate nasty with Audi.
That's unbelievable.
Absolutely disgusting.
This guy's dead to me.
Dead to me.
Dead to me.
Yeah, it's psycho behavior.
This is worse than anything else he's done so far or said.
So, next, at this point, he goes on the canceled podcast, and he and Brooke, I don't know like where in their relationship this is, but this is after the Stiff Sauce podcast. And Tana explained in the most recent episode that she wanted to grill him so badly, but Brooke was like, it's fine. And so when he went on, he pretended like he had never met Brooke. Ever. Like he was so cold. He like, yes. And she explains like, I did not understand why he was looking at me like he had never met me in my life. And like she got so much shit for that episode. People were like, Brooke is being such a like so mean and cold toward Matt. And it was actually because they were dating.
Yeah.
And he just refused to acknowledge that.
Wait, they were dating at the time he came on?
I'm not positive if they had broken up or if
it sounds like
whatever it was, they were on good terms because they ended when she felt good about it. So either way.
So he
It sounds to
even
me like
shook-
they weren't dating at the time.
I guess it's a bit.
What happened? Someone said.
What were you gonna say, Love?
My understanding was that he like shook her hand.
I was looking
Introduced
for it,
herself.
and I think I looked for
Oh,
it.
they didn't say that? Maybe.
They did say it. They said he introduced, but I couldn't find that.
What a weirdo. So that was off camera? He was pretending like he didn't know her?
No, I'm sure he was on. It was on camera.
So then can we find the clip of him shaking her hand?
Okay, maybe that was.
I don't know. I looked for it. I watched the pod. I don't know.
Exhibit D. Are we ready for Exhibit D?
Yeah. Okay, Exhibit D. This is last week. So this is after his cancellation. She was on TikTok, and she saw this slideshow that someone had made of Matt Rife and some girl, not his girlfriend that he has now. And Brooke was like, huh. She was looking through the comments, and she saw the girl in those photos had commented, guys, chill out. This was the beginning of the year. And Brooke was like, wait, I was dating him at the beginning of the year. So she DM'd this girl, and she was like, hey, what's up? Like, what was the timing like? And she immediately put her into a group chat with other girls he had dated. And they all had screenshots that like he wanted to take them all to DC.
The DC?
Literally, like...
He's gonna have to get a bus.
Not the DC thing.
Yeah, I don't know. This man loves the Capitol.
Okay.
He must have had some shtick with where he thought it was funny and romantic or something. It was like some joke about it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That he just used the same line on everybody. So there's a whole Matt Rife support group formed, and they're about to charter a bus to DC.
Okay, if you go to the next line.
Allies are winning. Mission is on course. All drugs deployed.
Yeah, so, Exhibit E. She said that there were Venn diagrams, screenshots, everything was the same, like pretty much. He was copy and pasting, like he had a lot of time. He was talking a lot.
I hate when that's so gross. I knew we would do that, where they just like have 5 girls and then just mass send the same message. That's like so cynical.
I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, that's like what the Tinder swindler type of
Zone B
behavior.
is compromised.
I mean, how little do you have to care about them to do that? It's like really play psychotic.
This seems to happen a lot with comedians that are touring.
Dude, what? Dude,
Don't compromise.
It's a lot to me that a lot of these people who become comedians do it because they want to sleep with lots of women.
Hometown, possibly? Not right.
Well, if you're scared of what 99% of vaginas look like, yeah, you're...
Chat, you're wrong.
There's always options.
Lots of options.
Yeah.
At least I've seen what a vagina looks like.
Facts.
What were you saying, Olivia, about the hometown?
Oh, someone in chat said it was his hometown, but I looked it up. He's from Ohio.
Oh.
Columbus, Ohio. Grew up in North Williamsburg, Ohio.
Friendly forces on Zone B.
What boy?
All right.
Okay, so Exhibit F. After all of this happened and she was put in the group chat, she decided she wanted to have closure and send him a little thing, just be like, hey, I just think it's funny that like I'm defending you and you were horrible to me. And the message turned green, meaning either he got a new number or he blocked her number.
On Zone B.
Wait, what the fuck am I looking at? This is an iMessage. This is not an
That's what happens when you get blocked, is the text bubble will turn green.
But what's with the text? This is not an iMessage? Is that a stand?
That's just from Google stock. I wanted to show you what it looked like.
Oh, okay. You made
just an example.
Yeah.
So she saw the bubble turn green. I mean, he could have changed his phone.
It's true. Or she said maybe he like respects his girlfriend, so blocked all those numbers.
That could be.
Could be.
I can see a girl, especially with a tomcat like him, saying block him. Okay.
And Page 6 posted that he cheated on her with 20 women, and Brooke tweeted out, no, that's actually not what I said. So,
YouTuber Brooke Schofield claims ex-Matt Rife cheated on her with 20 women before blocking her number, and they just made that up?
They like hyperbolized her story for sure. Also, they left out the worst part. Him going on that podcast was the most disgusting thing any boyfriend has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
This guy who's like a serial cheater and sleeping around a ton, like, are you just in horror every time you have sex? Like, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
I hate women, bro. They're so nasty. So gross. Okay.
And also, guess what? Little tidbit, he facetunes his dick pics.
Wait.
Sorry, what?
So he sends dick pics.
So they had told a story on the pod a few months ago, and Brooke was like, did you fucking know?
Hold on, somebody's saying they were not boyfriend, girlfriend, Brooke said.
They weren't exclusive.
Okay.
But
which means that he didn't cheat on her. That's why she's saying, he didn't cheat on me.
So is it possible they're just casual hookups, though?
No, she said no.
But she said they weren't dating. So what?
It's a weird in-between thing.
It sounded pretty serious, not just like...
I don't know. In my mind, it's hard to reconcile serious and non-committed.
She was on his tour for a very long time, right? With him? No?
I don't know about that.
No, okay,
I know that she went and saw his shows. She would visit
times.
to see him.
Yeah. Okay. I guess not multiple.
I think we're getting a little sidetracked. I need to hear about this Facetune dick pic.
Yeah, we need to circle back to that.
Okay, so they told a story on the podcast a couple months ago where Brooke was like, did you know that if you fucking have a photo that you Facetune and you save it from that, the file name of the photo will be like Facetune.jpg or whatever. And so she was looking at one of his prizes that he sent her, and it said Facetune.jpg or whatever.
I've never used Facetune. Is it possible that it's just he opens the camera and it's loaded
No, it's
up?
No.
You have to open the
100%.
app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
awesome.
like, go for it, girl. Like,
Dude, Facetune
it's just funny.
Facetune that cock, brother. Probably look hella good.
Be more slick about it.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about something like that. I've never sent a dick pic in my life because I mean,
Well, we weren't at this age of
we were pre-dick pic.
smartphones. Yeah.
But even if I was single and dating, like, I would never put that on. Like, bro, when you send a dick pic, you're basically showing the world your cock. Like that's where that's going.
Yeah.
Because you can never unsend that dick pic. Now it's out of your hands. You
Well,
know?
at least it was stunning, probably. He made it beautiful.
Tuned up.
Yeah.
I need a dick pic app, DickTune, where it makes it look a little bigger and a little nicer.
But not too much.
Not too much. That'd be sick. Dude, we need a dick tuning app. That could be a good moneymaker.
Hello, Sharks. Literally. Bring it to Shark Tank.
It's kind of a good idea.
Mr. Wonderful would go crazy.
She like trims your pubes.
It's only, only dudes would care about it because no girl cares about dick pics, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I understand of it. But, but like I said, I've never
experienced it. Yeah.
Yeah, also funny that he had so much to say about her vagina. You're fixing yourself up.
Yeah, your dick is clearly not camera ready.
Not even updated. Get that bitch in hair and makeup. All right,
Seriously.
ready? Final slide.
That's awesome, though. I love that detail.
In conclusion, fuck you, Matt Rife. Like, literally, what the fuck is wrong with you? Also, Brooke, you are perfect. Yay!
Wow. What a journey.
Yeah, he sucks.
Is there any clips we can watch of her talking about it or them shaking hands or anything to supplement?
You just want to see what the dynamic looks like?
Yeah.
Looking. Here,
I want more.
I can get the link to when he was on their pod and he was like pretending not to know her. I don't know I don't think there's a handshake, but you can watch it.
There it is, Matt Rife.
Let's get the vibe.
How old is he? I know he's like, no, he's not that young. I did make that mistake before. He's like 28, right?
Yeah, I think he was around 30 from what I remember.
Yeah, 28.
That's too old to be talking like that. From this timestamp, Olive?
Yeah.
So here's...
Because no, from the beginning.
Oh, from the top, okay.
You can just like watch her be like, what the fuck?
Okay, let's see.
Hello.
We're ready.
Did we talk on the show about how Matt Rife was trying to come on our show a while ago and I didn't know who he was and I passed?
I don't believe we did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it was after the show we talked about it.
Do you have that email, Dan?
It was, we were trying to get Theo Vaughn back on and his manager said, not right now, but what about Matt Rife?
I said no. I was like, who the fuck is that? I don't care about Matt Rife.
Like, he looks like he treats women poorly.
So I was ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I said, no, Matty boy. Not on my show, bucko.
No.
Just so you know, Matt, I said no to you. You did not say no to me. Here it is.
Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast.
We have the world's most requested guest today.
We really do.
The most cancelable guest. This is perfect. So fitting.
I'm so excited to dive into everything, sincerely. I think we could easily get Oprah on the podcast.
That's clearly not true.
Yeah.
He's very willing to go on any show. I mean, I said no to him, by the way. I have not rejected Oprah. Nor would I. Maybe I would. Maybe I'll be like, why is Oprah? What do I want to talk about Oprah about? No, pass.
About Harvey Weinstein.
I'll pass on Oprah. That would be the weirdest show ever. He was really on top of the world here.
Yeah.
It really was.
Possibly. Is she even doing TV anymore? Is she still working? What's she doing?
What is Oprah up to? She's on billboards all over Hollywood right now.
She's selling
network.
Bro, I know what
Is that
she's
what it
doing.
is?
She's selling cauliflower crust pizzas, dude. She's changing the world. One cauliflower pizza crust at a time.
Yeah, she posted yesterday for Tina Turner.
Well, yeah.
Matt Rife is here, and I'm really hoping you get canceled today and not me, and I'm starting that off like.
Good luck. I wake up every single day somebody tries to cancel me. So
Absolutely.
try your
That's the
best.
thing. I feel like every time you try to go on a podcast, or every time you do go on a podcast, like we have
Say
this
some stupid ass shit.
stiff talk situation. Are we allowed to talk about that?
I mean, can if you want
What did
to.
she say?
Okay.
The what?
She said the stiff sock situation, and we said we can, and then they brush right over it, and they don't even talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah, watch. This is a weird moment. He looks. He's so
So you hate
smart.
women after that? Yeah.
No, I hate cancel culture. This is what I hate
Tana
more
said
than
you
anything.
hate
I don't
women?
support anybody who even believes in cancel culture. to be
Well, neither
honest.
do we.
Nobody
this is
believes
all
in cancel
canceled.
Perfectly
culture.
ironic
Nobody.
podcast. I think it's brilliant.
Nobody's like, I'm pro cancel culture. That person does not exist.
And I hadn't seen. Oh, so sorry.
Dan
I'm
bravely
standing up.
stands
I'm
up.
taking the stand.
Like cancel culture happens when a bunch of like-minded people get into a frenzy and do everything they can to ruin somebody's life, and everybody does it. Okay. So, you're not better, Matthew.
I hadn't seen this. Brooke yesterday posted a like photo dump, and the last one was a screenshot of a text that said, "Brooke, this is MF," like Matt Rife, and she just sent back the helmet link.
Hold on, let's see. Brooke is out here. Brooke, this is MR. This man really
Who even?
Oh, he reached out to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she hit him back.
Maybe was he trying to be discreet in case she posted this?
Probably.
For the record, it could have been M.R.
The rapper.
Yeah.
Oh.
The bomber clad, he said they want to give me head. Dead. He said such a good shit, they want to give me head. When the fuck pussy turn red. Gymnastics. Now the pussy.